You don't need to go fast. Careful, maybe a lot of water there, baby. Come back around. Too much water. You're gonna swim there. Yes. Yeah, when we're not touching around it. Yes, you can, but just give me a second.
I was talking to a friend of mine named Herman Linger up in Canada, Alberta. And he was one of the greatest bronc riders of all times and a great stock contractor. And he was showing me a scrapbook, and one of the headlines said, "Cowboy prefers bucking horses to books." That's the title of this poem. I seen him last spring at the sale barn in town. He was setting in his favorite place. Must have been 80, at least he looked like he was if you counted the lines in his face. In spirit, he must have been 20 years old. As a twister, he is still tough to beat. The wilder the better, don't make him no mind. He could ride anything on 4 feet. Now, when he was a youngster, they'd take him to school and he'd wait till his folks drove away. He'd go out to some ranch and hire out breaking colts for beans and a dry place to stay. Then, when he got older, he rode saddle broncs, beat 'em all from Fort Worth to Cheyenne. I've seen other guys point him out to their sons. Now, boys, there's a hell of a hand. He said reading books was a waste of his time. Breaking horses was twice as much fun. He had a good eye for a colt that'd work and never lost money on one. He was proud of his colts, and if you disagreed, he'd tell you to go straight to hell. He'd make you believe a bell mare was a filly, then sell you the mare and the bell. His first love was horses, the second his wife, and though she was a long ways behind, when he'd leave her for weeks out a running wild horses, she acted like she didn't mind. His lessons were learned from the code of the West, like helping a friend when he's broke. Was true to his word, his convictions were strong, was dry, but he loved a good joke. Now, he weren't antisocial, just stayed to himself, was uneasy with people around. He'd come in on sale day to buy or sell colts. That's all that he needed in town. The 4th of July, he was on a green bronc, was prowling the pasture at dawn. The colt come to headquarters dragging his reins. We found him. He is already gone. Now, Lord, here's a cowboy who knows right from wrong. He lived by your word every day. knew the Bible by heart, never learned how to read. He'd take off his hat when he'd pray. Education don't have to be gotten in school, and don't judge a man by his looks. His story unfolds in the line on his stone. He preferred bucking horses